What's going on YouTube? Los Angeles Prepper here, and we are watching. Can you guess what we're watching? Does anybody recognize those flags? I gotta admit, it's gonna take me a couple times to recognize that flag, but this is some live protest being broadcast by RT, of course. My favorite non-Western media source, and I'll turn up the volume here so you can kind of feel the energy. Okay, I guess the audio is not that loud, but these are Spaniards, or maybe they're Catalonians. I'm not sure how that works, but Spain, and I talked about this recently, the Catalonians have decided to attempt to form their own government, or sort of secede from Spain, if you will, or reassert their independence, however you want to look at it. And just recently, the excuse me, the Spanish Prime Minister said the powers of the Catalan administration will be transferred to the central government. So they basically said, hell no. They said, we're just going to go ahead and everything that you've organized and all the power that you've created in your organization, we're just going to say that's ours now. And all these people are saying, hell no. Hell no, you're not. So this I find it's absolutely fascinating. Oh wow, we got some signs in English. This girl knows what's up. Now that's an interesting sign. Help Catalonia. If a foreign entity helps Catalonia, that's kind of, I don't know if she means, that's a really interesting sign. I personally, I don't know how you feel about a foreign entity helping Catalonia gain their independence. I guess, NATO has gotten involved in things in the past. If the Spaniards started, massacring the Catalonians, I would suspect that the reaction by the UN would be relatively swift, and by NATO. And there has been certainly some brutal violence in regards to the protests. But you can see in just kind of a quick comparison of how foreigners protest to how Americans protest, you'll notice, they don't have masks on. They're not carrying bats. They don't have weapons. They're just regular people out there with flags, voicing their opinion. They're assembling peaceably. It's something that Antifa has not figured out how to do. And you'll see there's kind of a really good age range here. What's up, dude? What's going on? Jordies. Okay, what? Oh, did they imprison someone? Jordies imprisoned. Oh, that's right. Spain court jails Catalan separatists leaders. Jordi Quijart and Jordi Sanchez have been jailed. Wow, yeah. So Spain is, and honestly, I haven't been reading every single article that's been coming out, but I don't think Spain's gonna win this. If you look at this crowd, I don't know if you can tell, but crowd goes way the shit back down that road. This is thousands and thousands, and there's tens of thousands of people out here. And apparently, jailing their leaders has emboldened the people, as you can clearly see. They jailed their leaders, and then they said, "No, you're not anything. We're just gonna undo everything that you did." And the people are clearly saying, no, you're not. That's ridiculous. We're here and we still feel the same way today that we did yesterday. And we want a voice. So it's going to be really, really fascinating to see how this plays out, because this is, sort of the classic a group of people, standing up for themselves, trying to get freedom from, an overbearing country that they don't believe stands for their principles. I'm not sure what Catalonians feel their principles are and how they feel that they're different than Spain, to be exact, but they have their own national identity, irrespective of what the details are. And they want to be separate from Spain, so very, very interesting times. Like, comment, subscribe. Look into it if you haven't looked into the stuff in Catalonia. I'm not saying that I'm expecting something like this to happen tomorrow in America, even with all the dissent that we have here. But it's a really interesting thing to see, especially because, in my opinion, unlike a lot of the stuff in the Middle East and a lot of things that America has been involved in recently or that the West has been involved in, I think this is a very organic movement by the people. I don't, I haven't looked into it very significantly. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if there are groups that are sort of pushing the separatist movement as a way to weaken Spain for whatever benefit that would bring. If not to embolden other people struggling in parts of the world to gain their own independence, But it seems to be an organic movement of the people. It doesn't seem to have been bastardized as of yet. But very interesting times. Very interesting times. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll leave you with some audio of these fine Catalonians.